Hello, my dear friends, and welcome to another drawing episode. Today, I want to draw my sexy OC Medusa from my manga Revenge of Medusa. Enjoy! As you can see, I made a circle first, and then like an oval, and then a cross and some lines for the eyes, the nose, and the mouth. And now I'm working toward the neck. And now some lines and balls for the shoulders. And now some lines and balls for the hands. I already started shaping the hands. Because this is an adult female, of course, some boobies. If you want to achieve the natural looking boobies, make sure you don't make them too round. Because if you make them too round, then they will look as they were silicone boobies. And we don't want silicone boobies because Medusa has nice natural boobies. Shaping the hips, the crotch, and the tights. Make sure when you draw the hips that they look like an hourglass. Because it's nice and feminine. Just a little line for the arm crook, so I know where to continue the arm and in what direction I should bend the arm. I think this is a nice pose, how the arm rests on the hips and with the other arm she's touching her lips. You hear my doggy in the background. This is Hera. She's a golden retriever. No, she's a white retriever. And she's 2 years old. And when I go to my tattoo studio in my office, I always bring her with me. So I am always in good company. Here is the belly button. Usually I make the belly button just right under the closest part where the hips coming together. I hope you understand what I'm talking about. This is like an underboob belt with snakes as patterns and a red diamond in the middle. Starting with the eyes, don't make them too round. Make them like an almond shape. Sketching the fingers. Usually there are 5 fingers, but here you can see only 4 because the 5th one, the thumb, is hidden. I realized that the head was too big for this body and not proportional. That's why I'm erasing it and starting again. It wasn't too much, maybe 1 millimeter or 2, but it's very important that the head looks proportional to the rest of the sexy body. If you make the head too big, then it looks like chibi, but we don't want to achieve the chibi effect. And maybe now you think, what is that noise in the background? This is my AC, because here in Switzerland it's very hot outside. It's 35 degrees, and without the AC I cannot live normally. While I'm listening to this voiceover again to control if it was good, I realized that AC and normally rhymes together. That means maybe one day I could become a famous rapper. But if I'm gonna be a famous rapper, then I should be on the stage and performing in front of thousands of people. And I don't like this stuff. I like more to sit in my office and drawing a sexy Medusa. And of course recording it so you guys have something interesting to watch and maybe to learn. I hope so, that you can learn something from this drawing, and you should consider subscribing and liking this video if you are still watching and listening to this what I'm speaking. Thank you. Enough of this bullshit talking. I want to try to speak normally to you guys and not like this anymore. Did you know that most artists struggling with the second eye? How you can overcome the struggle? You should draw the eyes together, not one eye finishing it and then the other. Just draw them together. And now maybe you are thinking, but how I can draw them together because I have just one hand. I'm not drawing with both hands, so I can draw them together. I mean, you can make one line here and one line there, one line here, one line there. You saw how I made it. I hope it was good and learningful for you. Meaningful and learningful. Helpful was the word I was looking for. Learnful is not a word in English. Or is it? Write in the comments below. Here we can see a snake, because what is Medusa without the snakes in her hair? A couple years ago, I had also a snake in my tattoo studio, not just in my trousers. The snake was a ball python, and her name was Ljubo. Ljubo means in Serbian like the kissing one. He was 8 years old and 1 meter and a half. Sometimes I took him out of the terrarium and scared my clients. Not every client was scared. Sometimes I put them around the neck from the clients and they could make photos. But some of them were very scared, and that was funny for me. I fed him with rats, not living rats. The rats were frozen. Here you can buy frozen rats for snake, and then you put them under hot water so they would become soft, and the smell of the mouse will come back, so the snake can realize that this is a mouse in front of her, because I think that snakes can't see very good and they are mostly smelling. And yeah, this was a plane in the background because I live somewhere near to an airport. And that was a bus, because in front of my tattoo studio is a street and only buses can drive on this street. For cars it's forbidden, because here in my location are a lot of children playing around and going to the street, on the street, across the street, and that's why they forbid the cars to drive here around, just the buses, and I think this is beautiful. Normally my OC Medusa has a skirt, but I thought, come, I will make her just with the underwear because it's sexy. Let's draw some more snakes. If you know Medusa, then you saw her with a lot of snakes. But my Medusa, she has only 7 snakes and white hair. Why is this? Maybe you ask yourself. This is why my Medusa here, as you can see her, is her third form. Everybody knows that she was once a beautiful, normal woman and then get turned into this ugly monster. And then was a third part, but this third part you will read in my manga, Revenge of Medusa. Maybe you guys think, but here are just 6 snakes. And Darko said there were 7. That is why the 7th one looks always back. And now I thought that I was finished and made already my signature. But I was not. I made a little background, Greek style background. I was doodling around while I was thinking that video is enough, but it isn't enough. I need to continue. And if we can get 1,000 likes for this video, I will make the second part inking the sexy lines. Thanks for watching, my dear friends. See you next time. Peace.